Hey everyone, this is Andrew from Kite Army. Today I've got one of the coolest videos to share with you. So let's start this video with asking a question. How would you make an almost perfect product better? Let me show you how Ego did that. Ta-da! There it is. This is the brand new 2016 56 volt lithium brushless Ego blower. All right, some of the improvements that Ego made to this 56 volt blower are small, but if you add all those improvements together, it's easy to justify upgrading to this blower or selecting this blower over any other blower on the shelf. Come on in and I'll show you what those improvements are. Now here's the thing on this blower that really matters, the cubic feet per minute. It's 530 cubic feet per minute over last year's, which is 480. That's really what matters when selecting a blower. In all my experience working with all these cordless blowers, CFM really dictates the power of the blower. And what that is, the amount of air that blower can push out every minute. So when you're shopping for a blower, look at CFM, and I'm gonna tell you that 530 is at the top, if not the top of the range. So come on in and let me show you how they actually turn this blower into 530 CFM. One of the first improvements they made is they upgraded to a 2.5 amp hour battery. So what they've essentially done is stuffed more power into this case. Very cool. The other thing that they've done is they've removed, last year's a trigger here to engage the blower. A blower is not that dangerous of a tool, so I think they opted just to get rid of that. I think it's easier and it's easier to operate. So I welcome that improvement. You can see they also have some attachments here for a harness, so you can sling it over your shoulder. The last improvement, and probably the one that everyone notices when they see this blower, is the aesthetic improvement. And when I say that, I mean they basically cut the body of this blower and opened it all up. Now, aside from being like completely shockingly awesome, there's a reason for that. And that lets air come into this honeycomb and enter the brushless motor really smoothly. And if your body's on this side, there's still lots of air space on the other side. So you can see that's completely open. But all that means nothing if the blower's not better. So why don't we go outside and test this blower using my favorite test, and we'll see how it performs. All right, we're outside now, and it's time for the world famous blower beach ball contest. Okay, I've got both blowers running. They're both in turbo mode. I'm gonna put the ball on, and let's make some measurements. All right, so it's measuring a little over 30 feet, 38 inches. There we go. That's how you get a ball down. All right, I'm gonna put the beach ball on the brand new 56 volt, 530 CFM Ego blower. All right, guys, that measurement is 44 inches. You can see that's where CFM makes a difference. And although I'm pushing around a beach ball, when you're moving leaves and grass, that's gonna make all the difference. Let's go to the next test. All right, the first up is the first edition Ego 56 volt blower. Here it goes, turbo mode. All right, this next test is with the 530 CFM 2016 Ego blower. I know that some of you are going to find this shocking, but the Ego blower is also good for moving these guys around. It's hard to believe, right? Let me show you. All right, we had some fun with this tool. Now it's time for the summary. First off, I want to talk about Ego. This company is not satisfied sitting on their laurels. They pretty much invented this category of yard tool, and they're just driving it home. Most companies are still working on their first generation. This company has so much time in, they've released a second generation, and it has surpassed one of the best tools in this category. So I'm absolutely amazed. Do I recommend this blower? You betcha. Anyway, that's it for now. My name's Andrew. I'm from Kite Army. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, make some comments, and I'll see you around real soon.